What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of
Whatever News!
The only news source that provides anything and everything anime manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
Made my mistakes, but it's time to grow up. Can't keep living like I've been. I need a change, or that'll be the end.
Before we continue, in case you don't know, I have an album out right now called The Rise of Tim Roosevelt. You can listen to it on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music. Everywhere you get your music, you can check it out. I got records on there like Day Ones, the intro that you hear on all my videos, Mistakes, and many more. Super appreciate all support, all love. Let's get into the video though. And to start things off, we have a massive, as of I'm recording this one, breaking news. By the time you see it, maybe you have heard whispers of it regarding Black Clover. Black Clover's manga has just rocked the world with the announcement that has come out of Weekly Shonen Jump regarding the future of it. Now, in case you don't know, Black Clover has been on its final arc for quite a bit now. The whole battle against Lucius, Zogratis, and everything that has transpired has been in its final stages for a bit. And yeah, it's been seeming like the story is about to end. However, I thought that it would end its serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump, but that is not the case because an announcement came out that Black Clover will no longer be serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. We have the details on what is actually happening with it, but before we get into all of that, I just gotta say I didn't see this one coming at all. Like, I just thought genuinely, hey, Black Clover is going to, finish out its run and it's going to, wrap itself up in, Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. I didn't think that it would get carried over to another magazine and all of this stuff. Also, considering the fact that despite whatever people may say in terms of the success of Black Clover, it has done 19 million copies in circulation as of the recording of this video. It might even be at 20 million. And yeah, it's still more successful than majority of the other series in Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. And the last, I'd say about 5 years outside of Jujutsu Kaisen, the only other series that has sold anywhere in the ballpark of Black Clover is Sakamoto Days, that has done 3 million copies. So 3 million to almost 20 million. Black Clover is one of the top dogs in Weekly Shonen Jump. So for them to be removing it from Weekly Shonen Jump, it is very questionable. Now, there was already some speculation as to Black Clover being removed from Weekly Shonen Jump for about a week or so now, because the banner on Weekly Shonen Jump's account had removed Black Clover from the imagery, which had a lot of people shocked, like, what the hell is going on? But still nothing was concrete. And also, I remember a situation like this kind of being similar happening with Weekly Shonen Jump. This isn't the first time that something like this has happened, where I believe it was Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan in the middle of its finale, or close to its finale, like its last handful or so chapters. They removed it from Weekly Shonen Jump and serialized the rest of the finale, and I want to say it might have even been Jump Giga as well. Black Clover by Yuki Tabata will be officially transferring its serialization to Jump Giga after Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 38. Black Clover is also promoting and reaching the climax of its final arc through this magazine transfer. More details about the series will be given in the future. Now, in case you don't know about Shonen Jump Giga or Jump Giga, it is not a release schedule that most may find appeasing, because majority of people, and the most popular manga as of now is usually weekly manga, right? Weekly releases are the thing that keep people interested each and every week. Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, My Hero Academia, so on and so forth. So weekly is ideal. Hell, even monthly is kind of, still a thing, right? Like Attack on Titan was a monthly manga, and it was one of the most popular manga of all time. It sold over 100 million copies, you know what I'm saying? So even monthly would be ideal, but seemingly Jump Giga isn't a monthly magazine or a monthly release either, although I looked on Google and it said it was, but it's not. It is a seasonal release, so to speak, and essentially Jump Giga releases 4 issues of its magazine a year. So essentially, if Black Clover isn't going to wrap up in its next chapter, you are going to have to wait eons to get the next one. It's basically about every 3 or so months you get a chapter, or you get a release of Jump Giga. And Black Clover, if it doesn't wrap itself up in the next one, you're going to have to wait 3 more months because the next issue doesn't even come out till wintertime, so you still got quite a bit. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. Now, speculation has been running around as to what was the cause of all this. Like, why would you even do something like this when we're in the final act, so to speak? This manga is supposed to be wrapping itself up here soon. Why make such a drastic change in the last hour? And some people are speculating Tabata's wife has been extremely ill. I want to say even in one of the recent Shonen Jump author comments, which we will read, he kind of addresses that his wife just came out the hospital with I think it was a gallbladder surgery and a whole bunch of stuff. So it could very well be the case that his wife is sick and he can't afford to, or he needs to take this time to be with his wife, and he can't do the weekly serialization anymore. Maybe because he also has a daughter. Tabata has to be more of a family man, and that's completely understandable. I mean, it sucks and it's sad for the fans that love this series so much, especially after we just had a pretty lengthy hiatus. I want to say it was last year. There was like 3 months of no Black Clover, but who knows? Maybe that was the catalyst to the beginning of this thing. Black Clover also has not been the most popular, I don't even know, recent, I guess, say about a year or so now. In the rankings, it's been kind of in the bottom, so that could also be another reason as to why they decided, you know what? It's not polling well. People aren't voting for Black Clover. It was never the biggest seller in comparison to the Jujutsu Kaisens and Demon Slayers and all these other manga we've had. Tabata's having personal issues. Some chapters have been coming in short, although I would say still that that's a little unfair to put that against Tabata, considering Kohei Horikoshi from My Hero Academia has been for a while now pushing out some shorter chapters due to his own health issues. So that's a little bit unfair, but nevertheless, you add all of those things in unison, and that would probably be enough of a reason to say, you know what? Maybe it's time to get Black Clover in a different schedule. But it is heartbreaking. It is sad. It's kind of like, wow. What the heck? We're in the last stretch, and this is what happens. And it's, terrible, terrible situation. But as it stands right now, Black Clover will no longer be weekly Shonen Jump serialization released. It will be quarterly, and it'll be going into its final climax thingy-majig. So maybe the next either chapter to 2 to 3 chapters, it'll wrap itself up. But this is a bummer. It's a bummer. Maybe one day the Black Clover anime will come back and we'll have, rejoice one more time, so to speak. But it's almost too unreal, you know what I mean? And I know this is Forever News, so let me not get too into the emotions. But yeah, there you have it. Black Clover no longer weekly Shonen Jump. Crazy. Before we continue, let me give you guys an update. I know last week there was no episode of Forever News in case you missed the community tab post that I had posted. I took the week off to spend time with my kids. My kids were, heading back to school. They just started school. Some of them start next week or whatnot. So I wanted to just take some time to spend some time with my kids and focus on other aspects that I'm working on in my career or whatnot. So for those that missed Forever News last week, my bad. Had to spend time with my kiddos and handle real life situations. So hope you understand on that, but just wanted to give you guys an update. It wasn't anything like, yo, I forgot about the news. It was more like, yeah, real life stuff, Moving forward, a little bit of news from last week that I missed out on, but I thought I'd report on it because it kind of sounded a little bit on the, outrageous side of things. Apparently, the author of Gantz was in the algorithms last week for news because of some statements he had made about a few Western movies, including Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and the latest Barbie movie. So let's take a little read on this bad boy. Apparently there was, I believe, some interview, and he was talking about things, and he said, well, his number one favorite movie is Die Hard. So he loves him some, Die Hard action, all of that good stuff. He said, I'm sure you know this movie very well. Some of you may think of it as nothing but a boring, predictable blockbuster, but I could watch it a dozen times and never get tired. I waited a whole year for it to open in Japan, and by the time I did, I knew the entire plot and had even seen several scenes. I still went to see it first thing in the morning on opening day and thought it was the best movie I'd ever seen. It was like I felt everything that John McClane did. I was tense from beginning to end, and after it was over, I was so excited that I just had to tell somebody about it. What got me the most was the plot. Just as an off-duty cop arrives at the skyscraper where his wife works, her company is having a party, the building is taken over by a terrorist group. The off-duty cop just happens to avoid being noticed by the group and begins his lone fight against them. I seem to have a soft spot for stories that feature a single person battling large groups against all odds. I've never seen anything that excited me as much as Die Hard or Back to the Future, but there have been some movies that have come close. Alien, Aliens, Jaws, Dawn of the Dead, The Thing, Terminator, Mad Max, Jurassic Park, The Professional, Nikita, Independence Day, RoboCop, The Matrix. These are all blockbusters that I'm sure everyone's heard of. And that's not the stuff that he was getting, because he came under fire for some of his comments that he said about some of these other films, but that was him sharing his love, which I ain't gonna lie, man's has amazing taste. He loves the classics, so to speak, anywhere from, Jaws to The Matrix, really awesome movies. But then he goes on a little bit, and yeah, let's keep reading. Other ones that I like are a little lesser known, even though they were made by the major studios. Friday Night, Judgment Day, Blade is awesome. The Abyss, Mulan, Predator, Predator 2, Gattaca, The Dead Zone, Pitch Black, Enemy of the Gates, From Dusk Till Dawn, Galaxy Quest, the list just goes on. Amongst recent movies, I'd have to say Monsters, Inc. and Shaolin Soccer. I didn't really care for Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. The visuals were nothing new and the scripts kinda sucked. Lord of the Rings is for role-playing geeks, and Harry Potter is for children. I'm neither, and they just made me sleepy. And people have been on his head top for that. The nerds and geeks was like, how dare you? Which, to be fair, if he would have thrown in like, yo, dog, I watched an anime like Naruto, that shit was trash, we would have been on his ass too. So let's not try, play around here. But then he went on, and I believe commented a little bit about Barbie. Gantz mangaka Okuhiro is upset about Barbie being too feminist and worried about America, where a film about independent women that don't need men has become such a big hit. He basically said, if you don't like it, read One Piece or something. Basically, he felt it was too much of a feminist movie and that it was corrupting America. And I don't know about that take in particular. I know some people feel that way, but yeah. Point being is that the mangaka of Gantz, he was a little bit on the wild side in terms of his commentary, considering the fact that, dog, you are a huge and successful manga author. Gantz is massive. He's had other major hits like Inuyashiki, that's one of my favorite anime of all time. You know what I'm saying? So this man has made some greatness. He's talked about, he loves some of the classics like Matrix and all these other films and whatnot. So he knows his stuff. But for him to come at Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and then even Barbie, jeez Louise, man's is, some might say based, some might say, yo, you doing a little too much, homie, relax. You made greatness, you don't need to put other people down, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, chill out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was definitely something that, even though I haven't been, reporting on the news, it definitely reached me last week, and I felt I'd share it, and let me know what you guys think. Do you think mans went overboard by dissing Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and Barbie, or was he keeping it real, so to speak? Moving forward, in case you missed it, Boruto Part 2, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, commemorating the start of serialization. People's memories have been altered, and as a result, Boruto's life is threatened by the village of Konohagakure. What awaits him when he and Sasuke escape the village in the face of adversity is, and that will begin Sunday, August 20th, 2023. With the time skip. As of the recording of this video, spoilers are out. In case you don't know, spoiler alert, I have not been pretty much anywhere on social media. Like, I've been avoiding the spoilers like the plague, because on my official Twitch, twitch.com/Tim Roosevelt, I will be reacting to this thing live, reading it on Sunday. So if you want to see what Tim thinks about Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 1 or Chapter 81 of Boruto, however you want to call it, then you can catch me then live. I'll be reading it. I'll post a video playback on my ForneverWorld channel, all that good stuff. But definitely check out twitch.com/Tim Roosevelt, because that's where I'll be talking about it. And yeah, this is going to be a big one, okay? Because even though Boruto is said to be like, it's not as popular, when stuff happens with Boruto, when things go down, the world reacts to Boruto. So yeah, if you're you're a Naruto fan and you're at the very least interested, Boruto's time skip is going down. The official release is this Sunday. You might want to check it out. You never know. Maybe it'll change your mind about Boruto. The designs already are looking on fleek, you dig? And this is going to be big. It might even rival the popularity and the talk that Gear 5th Luffy had. No matter what you want to say, Boruto is connected to Naruto, and everyone loves Naruto. Moving forward, Toriko creator Mitsutoshi Shimabukuro has published a new rock music focused one-shot titled Yabai on Shonen Jump Plus. And, well, first of all, the character design kind of looks like, something straight out of Toriko, but that is such a cool concept to try. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did battle series, you did an adventure type story with what was it, Build King, and now you're trying something, rock music focused one shot. I like that. I think that's a dope idea, and hopefully he gets serialized and can push this out on Shonen Jump Plus, because I think avenues like Shonen Jump Plus are very important for a mangaka that they had their hit series back in the day. Maybe they don't want to go back in weekly Shonen Jump, or maybe they're just not cut out for it anymore because it is a rigorous and strenuous lifestyle. Give them something where they're more lax and they can still pump out some great storytelling. Shonen Jump Plus seems to be a great avenue for that. So really dope stuff. And again, cool concept. A rock music focused one shot. Hopefully he keeps going with it. Moving forward, Undead Unluck fans. Apparently the Undead Unluck TV anime will start broadcast on October 6th, 2023. The series will also hold a special premiere showcasing episodes 1 and 2 and featuring casting talks on October 1st, 2023. So more than likely, if those episodes do air on October 1st, unless the special premiere is like at a special location or whatnot, the episodes will probably leak out by then. But yeah, October 6th, let's go Undead Unluck. I'm rooting for this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rooting for this one because that generation of Shonen Jump didn't really take off like I thought it would have. Marshall is over. The anime, as we spoke about in the last episode of Forever News, didn't really do what we had hoped for. You know what I'm saying? Sales wise, it bombed. The anime, didn't do that well. The manga's over. The manga did sell 5 million copies, but overall that wasn't, and that was the leading popular series of the bunch. This one kind of came in like a little bit of a second place in terms of sales, but I do think, considering David Productions is behind this one, David Productions have done JoJo Bizarre Adventure, this is one where it's like, yo dog, please give it a shot, because based off the trailers, Undead Unluck looks like it's going to be fire, and I'm excited for this one. I'm definitely going to check it out come October 6th, and I'm glad we finally got a release date, because we knew more or less October, but now we know first week of October, Undead Unluck. Let's go. Moving forward, fans of Yusuke Murata. Apparently, Yusuke Murata has uploaded a new preview of Brain X Brave, an upcoming new Eyeshield 21 one-shot to commemorate the 21st anniversary of the series. The work scheduled to be published in Shonen Jump Plus's app in the future, and it's dope to see a little bit of Eyeshield 21 love, considering the fact that people kind of forget about Eyeshield 21, and I watched a little bit of the anime back in the day. I think I've seen like about 6 episodes, and I thought it was pretty dope. So yeah, him kind of doing this whole celebration for it for 21st anniversary, I'm here for it. I mean, it's overdue, and I checked a piece of the animation. The animation actually looked pretty cool too. I'm wondering who put that little teaser together, so to speak, because it's not an anime, it's a one shot, but cool animation there. Moving forward, a little update on Blue Lock. Apparently, Blue Lock currently has 28 million copies in circulation, and that's crazy because 100% Blue Lock is unanimously the most current released popular sports series out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, considering Haikyuu has ended, Kuroko no Basket ended a long time ago, Blue Lock currently is the #1 most popular when it comes to sports series. So kudos to Blue Lock, and at the end of the day, yeah, that anime did wonders, because yes, Blue Lock was kind of popular before, not kind of, it was pretty popular for a manga before its anime. The anime took it to where, yeah, almost 30 million sales, and the anime's been out, I think, less than a year now, or is approaching a year. That's freaking madness. Let's go. Moving forward, apparently Disney Plus has some plans that is gonna piss off a lot of people, because according to this, it says Disney Plus plans to restrict password sharing in 2024. Disney Plus / Hulu raise price of ad-free tiers. So not only they're cracking down on the password password sharing, similar to what Netflix has done in recent times. Now they're also raising prices, similar to what Netflix has done in recent times. And this is all bad for us. I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy how it felt like, we beat the monster known as cable TV. Cable TV is, I would argue, on his last legs nowadays. Like, how many people really is scrounging for cable TV? The prices got jacked up towards the end astronomically. It was like, yo, what the hell, dog? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Better off getting a little $20 Netflix or whatnot. Now it's starting to be like, yo, if you want Netflix, Hulu, Disney, all these things and whatnot, you're paying pretty much close to cable prices, and they're continuing to rise, so it could outdo cable prices and make it limited where, no, we either have Netflix or we have Disney. We can't have both. Like, that's where we're headed. But Disney CEO Bob Iger announced during the company's earnings call on Wednesday that Disney plans to restrict password sharing for accounts on its Disney Plus service sometime next year. Iger added that the company is currently exploring the best options for paying subscribers to share their accounts with friends and family, and that Disney plans to update Disney Plus subscriber agreements later this year regarding sharing policies. Disney Plus also announced that it is raising the price of its ad-free tier from $10.99 to $13.99. So hey, we want an extra $3, not even $1. Or wow, while the ad-free tier for Hulu will rise from $14.99 to $17.99. There will be a bundle for ad-free Disney Plus and Hulu bundled together for $19.99 starting on September 6th. The new pricing scheme will take effect October 12th. The prices of ad-supported tiers will remain unchanged. Netflix recently brought its new password-sharing policy to multiple other markets, including the United States. Netflix launched the new policy in test markets Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru on February 5th. The company then extended its new password-sharing policy to Canada, New Zealand, Spain, and Portugal later that month. Netflix said that in each of those countries, there was an immediate cancel reaction, but it was eventually eclipsed by former sharers creating new accounts or paying more to formally add new users to existing accounts. So what that means is, essentially, the consumers failed. Or the company, or Netflix in particular, are not being completely truthful in terms of the fact that they're making it look like, no, people was a little mad at first, but then they came around to the idea. Now they're coming back in droves and it's stronger than ever. And Disney is looking at that like, oh, word. So it actually worked? Bet. We're doing the same thing. So yeah, Disney is just following suit of what seemingly worked for Netflix, and if people were willing to pay the price for Netflix and, continue on despite the fact of the password sharing breakdown or crackdown, they're gonna follow suit, and it's very disappointing, very much so. Like, come on, dog, really? Like, they're heading towards, again, we thought we'd escaped cable, and we might have created an even bigger monster because, if you want Prime, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, all of these things, you're paying a hefty price. It's getting scary out here, folks. Not to mention, your anime subscription services, adding Crunchyroll in there as well. You know what I'm saying? It's madness. If you're a, hardcore collector, add that on top of that, like, you're paying a lot just to have some media of like movies and TV shows. It's nuts, but yeah, Disney following Netflix suit. Moving forward, My Hero Academia 2 Heroes anime film to stream on Crunchyroll. My Hero Academia fans can look forward to the series' first big screen outing with the upcoming arrival of the My Hero Academia 2 Heroes anime film, which will be available on Crunchyroll, originally premiering in Japan 2018. The feature once again has Kenji Nagasaki directing, with the series mainstay Yosuke Kuroda handling the script and Yoshihiko Umakoshi providing character designs for the Bones production. My Hero Academia 2 Heroes will be available on Crunchyroll Thursday, August 17th. 2023 at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So you probably, you could, by the time you're watching this, you could go hop on over to watch the movie right now. So it's available for you. And I'll be honest with you, it's a cool movie. I'm really more so a fan of the Heroes Rising film. I think that's the second one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, whatever the name of the second one is, that's my favorite film of the My Hero Academia films we have so far. But pretty cool treat, adding some of these really dope movies onto Crunchyroll. Why not? It makes a bigger bang for your buck for anime. Moving forward, Shaman King Flowers TV anime first trailer revealed. The official site and social channels for previously announced Shaman King Flowers TV anime have been updated with the newest cast members that will be featured in the series alongside the first trailer, which was featured. You can see it here on the screen. Takeshi Furuta returns to direct the adaptation of Hiroyuki Takai's manga at Studio Bridge, with series composition by Shoji Yonemura, character designs by Mayuko Yamamoto, and music by Yuki Hayashi. Netflix exclusively streamed the first series worldwide. Additional staff have also been confirmed and are listed. You can see it on the screen. And I'm wondering how successful this one's going to be, because I remember Shaman King initially, people were massively excited for the Shaman King remake anime. And then when it came out, people weren't as impressed aesthetically, the visuals and whatnot. They said, animation ain't all that great, and it kind of didn't really pop like I thought it would have. I thought it was going to get a similar reaction to Hunter x Hunter 2011, to be honest with you. And considering it didn't, I'm curious what this Shaman King, follow-up Shaman King Flowers is going to do. Either way, it's dope for Shaman King fans nonetheless, because the original Shaman King had an anime. I don't think Shaman King Flowers ever got animated, so this is the first time this is getting an anime. And yeah, Shaman King fans, at the very least, I can say, y'all's is going to be eating, you dig? Moving forward, a little gaming news, but I did want to comment on it because I was a pretty big fan of this game back in the day. Lolipop Chainsaw Remake is titled and delayed to summer of 2024, so next summer it'll be coming. Dragami Games needs a little more time on Lolipop Chainsaw. A remake was announced for Suda 51 and James Gunn's over-the-top zombie action game, Lollipop Chainsaw, back in July 2022, and now we have an update from the folks at Dragami Games. The remake has been given the title Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, and while it was originally penciled in for release sometime in 2023, it's now being pushed back to summer 2024 window. Producer Yoshimi Yasuda shared a message in Japanese and English on Twitter, and Dragami Games shared it. In it, Yasuda apologizes for the inconvenience and says the team needs a little more time. He adds, "We will do our best to create the game that you will love, so we ask for your continued support." So yeah, a little while longer. We got a little bit of a visual right here. Is that character design from the original? Probably from the original. I can't really remember. But either way, Dragami Games is still chipping away. So next summer we'll have a look at it. And I ain't gonna lie, that game was fun as heck. So hopefully it's just as fun with this quote-unquote repop that they're doing for Lollipop Chainsaw. Lollipop Chainsaw. Maybe have a crossover with Chainsaw Man. Why not? Moving forward, Bleach creator reveals one detail he wouldn't cut from the anime. Bleach Thousand Year Blood War has taken things up a notch with its second course, the separation. While Studio Pierrot has been hard at work when it comes to the latest adventures of Ichigo Kurosaki and the Soul Society, the creator of the Shonen series, Tite Kubo, has taken the opportunity to share his thoughts with the animators in the anime adaptation's latest episode. There was one specific scene where Kubo put his foot down and made sure that the manga was followed to a T on the small screen. Of the many members of the Vonden Rake, perhaps none were more terrifying than Aznab, the masked swordsman who had stolen Byakuya's Bankai and was attempting to kill his little sister Rukia. While the Stern Ritter fighter wasn't able to rely on Byakuya's power in the recent episode, he unleashed his power that seems more likely to appear in a hardcore horror movie than the Journey of the Soul Society. Designated as F, aka the Fear, Nod's power was almost too much for Rukia to handle, but luckily Ichigo's ally received a major assist from her brother that helped turn the tide. As Aznab was killed during the latest Bleach episode, a major threat to Soul Society was passed. As Kubo stated in a recent blurb, Pierrot had initially thought of cutting some of Aznab's longer lines about fear, which helped in not just showing the current state of the villain, but also hinting at his past from a hospital bed clinging to life. Bleach creator took the opportunity to insist that the lines remain in the anime adaptation, even though they were initially cut, as they would examine Nod's character further, stating such lines as, "I wonder if heaven is a place where it's easy to breathe." Nod clearly made quite a change when he became a member of Yawacha's forces. And yeah, I could imagine they probably wanted to take out lines about, anything to do with heaven or something that might be perceived as religious. So that's probably more along the lines of what they wanted to get out. And shout outs to Kubo for saying, no, dog, we're gonna have the line about heaven in there. Shout outs to Kubo standing on his own too. I respect it. Hells yeah. And kudos to just in general keeping the integrity of the manga within the anime adaptation. I mean, a lot of the Stern Ritter, even in the manga, didn't get as fleshed out as I personally would have liked them to have gotten. I think that there was a lot more to have been explored for some of these characters. So the fact that Kubo was like, yo, we're maintaining his character and, everything about him is going to stay intact. That's really, really dope. And kudos to the manga creators standing on their convictions. While one of the scarier members of the Stern Ritter is now deceased, there are plenty more threats that are under your watch's command, not even including the mastermind behind the Vonden raid. Despite their recent power boosts, Ichigo and company still have some rough waters ahead of them. And yeah, Bleach, 1,000 Blood War still ongoing right now with second core. Moving forward, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure creator loves everything about Shrek except one thing. Yo, it's like every week we get some random ass story about Hirohiko Araki, like Clint Eastwood, now Shrek. What's next, yo? Hirohiko Araki has been quite busy with the world of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as a new arc has started in the JoJo lands, focusing on the newest Jo stars Jodio and Dragona as they attempt to make sure their mother is financially taken care of by any means necessary. Fans are continuing to discover new interesting tidbits about the mangaka responsible for this popular universe. Recently, fans unearthed Araki's love of the green ogre known as Shrek, though a new comment has been revealed that shows Hirohiko doesn't love everything related to Shrek. While praising all of the Shrek films, Araki did note that he felt some of the sequels weren't able to live up to the original in a new unearthed comment. All of the Shrek movies are entertaining, from the first film to the final installment. However, I would recommend Shrek 2 as my personal favorite. The love between Shrek and Fiona was portrayed well up until Shrek 2. However, once they introduced their children in Shrek the Third, I got the impression they only made the movie because the other two did it well. It felt like they were milking it. Oh, sheesh. Yo, Manga been bugging out. Yo, we had the Gantz author going in. Now we got Araki. What's going on here? Araki then, shockingly enough, continued with even more thoughts about the Shrek franchise, while even hilariously comparing the DreamWorks property to Stone Ocean. Since Shrek's charm comes from him being imperfect and rough around the edges, it kind of feels dissatisfying seeing him become a composed fatherly figure. Even in the manga, when the protagonist becomes a father, I can't help but question how it's going to work out. By the way, please exclude how Jotaro becomes Jolene's father from that example, as that is a completely different subject. Shrek has never had an anime adaptation in the Green Ogre's past, but his legacy has hilariously lived on thanks to internet culture. It's clear that the DreamWorks character's popularity has spread around the world, though it's unlikely we'll ever see a crossover between the Jo stars and Shrek in the future. Still, Araki has brought fictional characters from outside the Jo star universe into JoJo's before, and that is hilarious, something I never in a trillion years thought what I would get of a conversation of Hirohiko Araki talking about Shrek, but here we are, folks. Yeah, life is one bizarre adventure, huh? Moving forward, One Piece creator is totally sold on the Netflix TV series, which he said on multiple occasions now. It's hard to believe, but the time has come for One Piece to enter a new era. In the past month, headlines have honed in on One Piece as its manga and anime have dropped truly impressive updates. Now it is Netflix's turn to surprise. The company is slated to bring One Piece to life shortly with a live-action TV series, and in a new letter, the manga creator is throwing his full support behind the adaptation. Over in Japan, subway lines across Tokyo have been lined with One Piece ads. In one station, a billboard can be found displaying a message from Oda himself. It is there the creator of One Piece hypes the long-awaited adaptation, and he wants the world to know. The requirement for choosing a Straw Hat crewmate is not strength. Luffy knows what is important. I used to think it was impossible to make a live action, but with today's technology, it can be done. We must express the cruelty of the wide ocean, Oda shared. We just have to aim for an unprecedented blockbuster hit. Believe in the story. Focus on whether it is interesting rather than on film technique. There is a trust between me and my fans, and I can't lie to them. You can't call something interesting if it isn't interesting. It lacks power and interest, and is not inspiring at all because it's not well prepared. First-time viewers wouldn't find it appealing as it is now. There could be the worst-case scenario. Continuing, Oda went on to say that it fell to him to approve Netflix's TV show for release. The adaptation wasn't going to go live without his say-so, and Oda was happy to gift his seal of approval after years of hard work. It's very interesting, but you can make it more interesting. Words with no sense of will are unnecessary. The action is much more powerful. I'm glad the staff understands the characters. The TV drama is becoming good enough to be released to the public. It is many times better than I imagined. I was surprised that my Luffy, whom I thought did not exist, exists in this world. It created an impression that only live action could do. Obviously, Hollywood's take on anime has not gone well in the past, but it has moments of success. Netflix's One Piece hopes to turn those tides entirely with help from Oda himself. With a dedicated cast and crew attached that loves One Piece, all the right ingredients are here for success. Now we just have to wait until the drama drops on August 31st to see if One Piece sinks or swims. And high key, Oda has been, I ain't gonna lie, if this thing doesn't pan out to a degree that people are really, really hype and satisfied, Oda is on the chopping block, homie. Like, Oda's name is beyond attached to this thing. This is not like Dragon Ball Evolution where you got one comment from Toriyama when he said it's it's different. Like, this is him saying, yo, I love this. This is great. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a blockbuster. Like, this is huge. Oda's putting blockbuster next to this thing. Time is going to tell whatnot, but Oda. I'm just curious to see what fans are going to say when it comes out. I think that's mostly what everybody is feeling right now. Like, is it going to bomb? Is it going to be successful? Because this right now, if it is successful, will set a precedent that live action anime adaptations can be done with the right amount of love and the right amount of passion, and of course with the mangaka himself being very much so at the forefront and the helm, saying, yo, we're gonna do this, we're gonna win. So yeah, I guess we'll wait and see, but Oda is calling it that it's going to be a blockbuster. Moving forward, manga creator Nami Sano passes away at 39. Today, the manga fandom is mourning the loss of a beloved talent. Nami Sano, the creator of hit manga like Haven't You Heard? I'm Sakamoto, has passed away. I've heard of that manga. Yeah, wow. No pun intended. The artist was just 36 years old. According to a new note from Kadokawa, Sawano passed away on August 5th following a battle with cancer. She had been diagnosed just 1 month ago and had taken time behind the scenes to address their health while working. In a statement released by Kadokawa, Sano was eager to continue drawing and was in the early stages of drafting a new manga. Sano's last words were also shared with fans as the editor of Harta shared an excerpt from her final letter. This ended up being a fun life. I am now going to a more free world. Goodbye. Oh my god, I don't want to cry right here, people. Wow, fuck. Rest in peace to this mangaka. Thank you for contributing to the world of arts and literature. Shit, that last line right there. Wow, fuck. If you are not familiar with Sano by name, there is a good chance you know her work. The artist made their manga debut with Haven't You Heard? I'm Sakamoto, as the title launched in 2011. The absurd manga drew a buzz over the years before it ended in July 2016. It also sparked a hit anime which launched April 2016. Following the debut series, Sano went on to create Migi to Dali. Oh my god, the story ended in 2021. I've heard of that one as well, and will return to headlines later this fall thanks to its own anime. Geek Toys and Comp Town will be overseeing the anime, and it will feature talent like Shun Hori, Ayumu, Murase, and more. So for more info on Migi to Dali, you can read its official synopsis. Seriously, rest in peace to this author. I'm gonna check out Migi to Dali. Yeah, that's the story. I kind of want to move on. This is emotional. It's got me emotional. Moving forward, Netflix One Piece reveals first look at young Straw Hat members. Netflix One Piece is on the horizon, and the team behind the live-action adaptation are gearing up for its big debut. If you did not know, the team behind the hit Shueisha series have been working hard with Tomorrow Studios to bring the Straw Hat gang to life. Now we have been given a new official look at the crew, and it features our favorite Straw Hats as kids. And as you can see right here, we got, that's Kid Sanji, we got Usopp, we got Kid Nami, we got Kid Zoro, which is hilarious of how he's dressed with the time skip attire. What the hell? And we got Kid Luffy, which shout outs to Kid Luffy. I love that, you know what I'm saying? He got kind of looks a little bit like me, just a little wince, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go. But yeah, we got a solid roster for, I ain't gonna lie. Like, with all that being said of, you know, all the drama that I've had, or whatever you want to call it, the problem that I had with the One Piece live action and all of that jazz, I want to see it win regardless. Oda's betting on it. It is One Piece related, you know what I'm saying? It's a creation that Oda believes in, so I do want to see it win. And, you know, these child actors, it looks kind of cool. Again, the Zoro one throws me off. Like, why is he dressed like the time skip? Like, what the hell? But yeah, a cool look at the cast of One Piece as children. I mean, come on, Luffy is wearing his anchor shirt and all. From top to bottom, these photos show the Straw Hat gang at their youngest, and we're upset. Okay, I'm not obsessed with it. Let's not get carried away, but let's carry on. Mappa Studio CEO breaks silence on AI's future in anime. This is an interesting one considering the speculation and rumors about them using AI for a Jujutsu Kaisen episode recently. Things never stay the same in tech. The field is incredibly diverse and has made untold headway in the past decade. From medical marvels to big screen effects, tech can do just about anything. Of course, there is a dark to every light, and many creators are eyeing technology like AI with trepidation. The field is always just a few steps from taking over creators, but in a recent chat, the CEO of Mappa Studio says he doesn't think a total takeover is in the cards. Recently, Manabu Otsuka spoke with Globus in Japan about the future of tech and anime. It was there the Mappa CEO and producer got honest about the implications of AI. When asked if the tech could work with anime creators, Otsuka believes such incorporation is possible, but AI will never be able to supersede real-world talent. According to Otsuka, the staff at Mappa is already doing research on AI applications in anime. The tool could help streamline budget issues and production scheduling in the future, after all. But when it comes to studio work, Otsuka says Mappa is looking to bring more artists into the studio. To him, nothing can beat a human touch in anime, and the most AI could do is background art, if that. As you can imagine, Otsuka Frank chat has stirred buzz within the anime. The CEO leads one of anime's most innovative studios, so there is a lot of attention on Mappa and its direction. The studio's take on AI is incredibly telling for where the industry as a whole can go. Given the global fandom's backlash against AI, it is hard to imagine a near future where tech is used to propagate full-blown shows. But when it comes to behind-the-scenes processes, even Otsuka admits AI could be tooled into something useful. For now, there is no telling where AI will fit in the future of entertainment. In the United States, the emerging field has stirred intense controversy, with creators ranging from writers to actors and singers. Copyright infringement arguments are rife within the AI debate, and some of Hollywood's biggest institutions are taking arms against the tech. Currently, both the WGA and SAG-AFTRA are on strike, in part due to AI demands. So as AI develops, we will see whether fears about the tech were founded or not. And I've seen AI advance immensely personally over the last year. It was around this time, I want to say, I even made a video before it like really took off about AI and kind of the the capabilities of it at that time. And in about a year's time, it has advanced immensely to the point where I'm seeing people are able to use AI to do so many crazy things. ChatGPT has, caused a stir. Like, there's just so many different things that AI has been able to do, and how much it's advanced in just a year. Imagine in 5, imagine in 10, imagine in 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you keep on going, AI is going to only get more advanced and more improved. And it's scary, but at least from now, from what this, Mappa CEO is saying about AI, he's looking more into getting more artists on board, and he's not thinking that AI is the solution. So I'm happy to hear that. Hopefully he stays true to his word, because yeah, AI, give me real people any day of the week, okay? All right, come on, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the robots when y'all become our overlords, you know what I'm saying? No, please, no. Okay, people, let's slow it down with the Weekly Shonen Jump and Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. And we got a lot of Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments to make up for all the missed ones, so let's take a massive read, shall we? Okay, I think this is the first one, so let's start off here. Let's start off with Hiromashima. Final Fantasy 16 is so good. I was impressed by music and icon battles in particular. Cool beans. Hiromashima still enjoying his life. Yusuke Nomura from Blue Lock. I really want to go watch Across the Spider-Verse. You should. Don't miss out. It's a phenomenal movie, dog. You might get inspired to make more greatness in Blue Lock. I'm just saying. Kei Urana from Gachi Akuta. As a gross pig, just writes burp. Really, dog? Like nothing else? Okay. George Morikawa. My friend soon will join M League, so Mahjong Pro. Okay, Mahjong. Why not? Negi Haruba, Ranger Reject. I drew quintuplets for the first time in a while. That was fun. Cool beans. Well, let's see. We got Nakaba Suzuki, author of Four Nights of the Apocalypse. There are a lot of cases of presbyopia suddenly getting worse around me. Don't worry, I'm still good to go. What the heck is presbyopia? Let's see. Let's look it up. Farsightedness caused by loss of elasticity of the lens of the eye, occurring typically in middle and old age. Hey, so basically he needs glasses. Let's go. And we got the next one over. George Morikawa said in this one, not this big support, 100 million copies, couldn't be true. Yes, it could be true. You've made greatness. Hajime no Ippo is awesome, and whenever y'all want to make more anime of it, just let me know. I will be watching. Shoutouts to Hajime no Ippo, 100 million copies, still big milestone. Nakaba Suzuki for Nights of the Apocalypse. When I take a cooling sheet from the fridge and put it on my forehead, I am awakened in a flash, but after 30 minutes the effect goes off and I'm sleepy again. Right on. Kei Urana, Gachi Akuta. One YouTuber I watch fairly regularly is Brian-san. Who the hell is Brian-san? Shoutouts to Brian-san. Why not? And let's add a burp since you want to burp on the last one. Hiromashima, Eden Zero. Rain Code was just superb. You can feel the passion put into this game. I want to play the sequel already. What is it? Rain Rain Code? I don't think I've heard of that one. The editor of Blue Lock, Tia. This summer, as a heat stroke and dense crowds countermeasure, I will humbly limit my dates to 5 people max at a time. My man loves the ladies. My man loves them. Shout outs to Tia. Always a treat in these comments. Negi Haraba, Ranger Reject. I went to the Shangri-La Frontier Celebration and won a bean bag in the bingo. Okay, cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Hey, cool beans, bean bag. Let's go. And we got the next batch of them. Hiromashima, mind you, this is all from like weeks of, backlog they decided to drop on us, and I'm not mad at it. Hiromashima said, I played the remaster of Ghost Trick. How nostalgic. That's a masterpiece. I strongly recommend it. Where do you get the time, dog? How do you get the time to play new games every week? You're doing like multiple anime, multiple manga. Like, what? How? George Morikawa, building gun plot together with a friend. True summer night. That is a freaking awesome night, man. What? Painting and putting them together. Oh, man, that's awesome. Let's see here. We got Yoshitoki Oima from To Your Eternity. Watch Ghibli's last work. I really want to give my honest review, but we don't have much space. So, it was good. Is that the new one by Miyazaki? I believe they're talking about the new one from Miyazaki. I want to check that one out, man. That marketing was very interesting, the way they marketed it, and it's Miyazaki. Muneyuki Kaneshiro, Blue Lock. I'm a type of guy who does like 70% of summer's homework when the break just started. That's a good way to go. Get it out the way. Negi Haraba, Ranger Reject. It felt like it would be more interesting if I postponed the chapter I was going to draw for next week. So now I'm rescheduling things. Okay, do what you want. Nakaba Suzuki, author of 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. Coffee, beer, coffee, beer, coffee, beer. Then OS1. Nice. I had a case of dehydration. Hey, Nakaba Suzuki, don't miss a beat. We're talking about alcohol, dog. Put down the beer. Put down the alcohol. Stop getting drunk. What are you doing, Nakaba Suzuki? Why are you putting that in a magazine that kids read? Come on, man. What are we doing here, Nakaba? What are we doing here, dog? You cannot tell me that this man has not referenced alcohol dozens of times, probably over 100 times at the very least. Come on, man. Stop that. Stop it. Stop. And before anybody comes in and says, well, actually, Shonen magazine, they have like models and stuff. Kids read this shit, all right? Stop it. Knock it off. And I believe the last one we have here, Yusuke Murata from Blue Lock. I'm desperately trying my hardest now not to get any spoilers for The Boy and the Heron. That's the one from Miyazaki. Yeah, I kind of want to watch that one clean without spoilers as well. We got Nakaba Suzuki, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. I watched Tokuto no Ken on Netflix. It was so captivating. I felt like I returned to the days of my childhood. Oh, atta! Hey, good. Something clean. Yeah. Hiromashima, author of Eden Zero. There were foreigners on both sides of me when I went to the conveyor belt sushi place, and I told them about this particular thing called soy sauce. Negi Haraba, Ranger Reject. I wanted to eat curry in the morning, so I grabbed a bite during lunch. Yeah, remember all that while eating curry at night. Right on. Yoshitoki Oima's from To Your Eternity. They're going to be new info about Silent Voice Musical. Looking forward to it. Shout out to musicals. I love musicals. Kei Urana, author of Gachi Akuta. I was in bad shape and needed rest. Sorry, guys. Hey, at least it's better than burp. And George Morikawa to close this out from Hajime no Ippo. The 2 Zegoks are standing in front of my site. This looks so fun. Never have a clue of what George Morikawa was talking about, but why not? And yeah, those were the Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. Let's hop on over to Weekly Shonen Jump. We got Akane Banashi's Takamasa Moe. My editor went to Milan in Italy. That's been my dream city to visit since middle school. That's cool. Martial Master Asumi Kawada said, congratulations to Hoshoryu on his win and promotion to Ozeki. Your expression during the exciting Shensuraku pumped me up. Mishiro Zakuro family's Hitsuji Gandaira. The Kiki family photo I saw on the internet was so awesome. I wanted to inspire Yo Zakura. What Kiki family photo? You talking about Kiki? Do you love me? Like what? Sorry. Sakamoto Days, Yuto Suzuki. Naoya Inoue versus Fullton was really awesome. I'm so glad I was born in this era. Ichiro Oda created One Piece. I'm sorry that my serialization schedule will be unstable until the Netflix show premieres. And please enjoy the Universal Studios Japan Ice Show. One Piece is huge. We understand. You got stuff to do. Blue Box Koji Miura. I want to go to a festival, food, fireworks, but I'm also really bad with crowds. Jujutsu Kaisen's Gege Akutami. I enjoy talking to my friend about Ryzen, and somehow Haruhi slips into the conversation. It's always fun. Shoutouts to Gege. Witch Watch by Kentaro Shinohara. Thank you to the Bourbon Company who gave me permission and even sent a bunch of free samples. Okay. Horikoshi, or Kohei Horikoshi from My Hero Academia. I started walking 3 times a week for my health, and now I have a bomb about to go off in my knee. Talk about lose. Keep going, man. Get to the doctor, make sure you're good, and keep up with the exercise. It make you feel great, man. Kill Blue, Tadatoshi Fujimaki, also formerly author of, Kuroko no Basket. I have short hair and try to go in once a month for a cut, but I just realized it's been over 2 months. Go get that cut then, dog. The Elusive Samurai Yusei Matsui. It seems that the proper reading for date in this time was idate or date. Okay, I put a lot of thought into it, but decided to focus on keeping things simple. New Age Exorcist Koda Kawaii. I got some healthier green tea at the convenience store. I enjoyed this level of bitterness. Shout outs to green tea. Undead Unluck Yoshifumi Tezuka. I reached master with Kimberly in Street Fighter 6. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Bushin style. Shout out to Street Fighter, dog. I want to get in on it. It's been a while. The Ichinose Family Deadly Sins, Taisen 5. Volume 3 is now on sale in Japan. Please check it out and enjoy a wonderful summer break. Yo, summer break, well, okay, maybe for them it might be different, but summer break is kind of almost over for a lot of people. Icehead Gills, Ikuyo Hachiya. That Naoya Inoue versus Fulton match. Yeah, my inking hand had to stop for that. Tenmaku Cinema's Shun Saeki. I revived my rusted grill with citric acid. Now I can cook delicious meat again. Yuki Tabata Black Clover. My wife had her gallbladder removed and has safely returned home after a week in the hospital. I'm so happy she's okay. Yeah, this could be another indication as to why Black Clover, again, as I spoke about, problems with his wife's health or whatnot. Tabata needs to be there for his wife. I understand it. Me and Roboko's Shuhei Miyazaki. Thank you so much to Tenmaku Cinema for letting me do the parodies. It wasn't even planned. It just happened while I was drawing. Cypher Academy's Yuji Iwasaki. My childhood friend had twins. I hope they grow up healthy and read Cypher Academy one day. Fabricant 100's Daisuke Enoshima. I seem to have a connection with barf lately. Ugh. The toilet at a restaurant. My cat. A foreigner in the street. Yo, I'll be happy to pass this connection to someone else. Okay, you bugging. Jun Kirarazaka from Do Retry. I love it. I really like Fridays. More specifically, I love Cookie. Blue Exorcist Kazue Kato. I haven't finished Zelda yet. The disaster event is over though. You haven't finished Zelda. Shoha Shoten Akinari Asakura. It's been so hot that I've been thinking about a sun umbrella. That's a smart idea. 2 Blue Exorcists Yoshiaki Sukeno. The freezing water showers I had to suffer from during the winter now seem like a trip to the pool. Seraph of the Ends, Daisuke Furuya. I temporarily lost my sense of smell from a cold last month. It was a shock. It's that COVID? It kind of sounds like COVID. Oh. And yeah, people, those were the Weekly Shonen Jump and a ton of Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I delivered because I know we've been missing out. Like, where's the Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments? Well, there they go. And we will close this bad boy off with the top 50 best-selling manga of the week, courtesy of Jose_Ke. And let's start here with 50 through 41. Let's cruise on through. Let's see. I don't know who's Saki, but right on with 39,000 total in 13 days and a whole lot of love on the chest. We got Oshinoko still. God, well, before we even skip over, Moriarty the Patriot, The Remains, Volume 1, 3 days. I remember there was an anime for that. 11.2k in 3 days. Okay. Disney Twisted Wonderland, the comic, episode of Savannah Claw, Volume 1, in 11 days, 31k, not bad. Oshinoko Volume 3 doing 11.8k this week, 647 total. Oshinoko still getting a massive push from that anime. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 21 still on the charts, man, from, what was that? Jeez, that was from December. 12k this week, bringing it to 1.63. Not bad at all. Then we got places 40 through 31. Ichinose Family Deadly Sins in 3 days, 12.1k. Not as great as I thought, but alright. Still, I enjoy the manga. Sandland Perfect Edition, a re-release of Sandland in 3 days, 12.3k. Is the movie out yet in Japan? Maybe with the movie, I thought it'd do more with a movie. Then we got Oshinoko, Volumes 4, 10, and 9, all doing about 12 point something k a piece. And then hopping on over, places 34 through 31. Again, Oshinoko with about another 12 to 13 a piece. Oshinoko still blowing up. Let's see here. Then we got places 30 through 21. More Oshinoko. Volume 6 and 5 doing 13.5 and 13.8 a piece. Blue Period on the charts. Volume 14, 17 days, 90.7. Not bad. Oshinoko, the first volume of it all. It's interesting, as much as it's blowing up, it still doesn't have 1 million, which, don't get me wrong, it's like, it's doing astronomical, but it is interesting that it has 791,000 in total with 15.8 this week. We got Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 22 with 16.9, bringing its total to 1.463 million. Not bad, not bad. Witch Watch Volume 12 in 3 days, 20.2. Okay, I see you, Witch Watch. Record of Ragnarok Volume 19 in 18 days, 146k with 21.6 this week. Not bad, not bad. We got 20 through 11, Akane Banashi's latest volume, Volume 7 in 3 days, 21.8. Okay. Tokyo Aliens, was that a canceled manga? Is that something that's not... No, never mind, that's Square Enix. I was thinking of something else. Dragon Quest Dai no Daiboken, Yusha Avanto Gakuen no Maoyu, Volume 8 in 3 days, 22.6. Good stuff. It's the spin-off of Dragon Quest manga. Is that an older release, or is that a new thing that's coming out now? Interesting in terms of serialization. Let me know if you know. Blue Lock Volume 25 in 24 days, 295k, almost 300k in a month. I thought it'd be a little more. I'll be honest with you. I thought it'd be like maybe 500,000, but still not bad, not bad. Don to Don Volume 11 in 3 days, 33.7. Let's go, let's go. Shout outs to Don to Don. Blue Box latest volume, Volume 11, 38.7 in 3 days. Good stuff. One Piece, Volume 106, sitting at 1.497 with 39.5 this week. Good stuff on One Piece, still, you know, climbing up the charts, doing its thing. Then we got top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. We got, let's see here, Oshinoko Volume 12 at number 9 with in 19 days, 350,000, almost crazy, 349. Kingdom in 19 days, 484k with 42.9 this week. Jujutsu Kaisen's latest volume, 23 with 53,000 or 53.4, bringing its total to 1.132. Shout outs to Jujutsu Kaisen. We got Dragon Ball Super, Volume 21, in 3 days, 58.2k. Major drop, in my opinion, of Dragon Ball Super sales in comparison to when we was at the end of the granola stuff with Bardock and all that. You could definitely see that this readaptation of the movie, it's easy money, but it makes you wonder what, you know what I'm saying, the future of Dragon Ball is gonna, like, it was doing so great, like, it was doing 100k plus in a week, and now, I mean, 60k is not bad, but Dragon Ball Super, come on, son, come on, finish this already, this readaptation, it's nonsense. At number 2, Kaiju number 8, Volume 10, in 3 days, 112k, yeah, Kaiju number 8 has dropped in sales a lot. This thing was doing, like, 400, 500,000 first week, and now it's, like, at 112 in 3 days, which is still great numbers, but definitely a massive drop from when it debuted. Maybe the anime will change things. Still, again, great numbers, I want to stress. And then at number 1, Chainsaw Man Volume 15 in 3 days, 148k. Great stuff for Chainsaw Man as well. Shout outs to Chainsaw Man. And yeah, this has been a very interesting top 50 best-selling list of manga. But that's all I have for this one. I'm Tim Roosevelt, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy! Have an awesome day. Peace in. And yeah, check out my album, The Rise of Tim Roosevelt, out now. All streaming platforms. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Stay blessed.
This is for my day one. This is for my day one.
I would like to thank each and every person that has taken time to listen and provide feedback for my new album that is out right now, The Rise of Tim Roosevelt. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, pretty much anywhere you get your music. You can listen to it. Link in the description below so you could go check it out for yourself. Thank you so much, and let's keep on rocking out, you know?